Okay, hello, and welcome back. It has been a little bit since I've done a video like this, and today I'm going to be talking about the new alpha changes, the new dragon system that is on the alpha, and this is not going to be a news video. I will say that. If you want to learn about what's in the update, I will link the Duralius video in the comments so you can see what the actual content is, but this is going to be more about just talking about how some people are saying that this is one of the worst updates that we've ever seen and that it is bad content, and I wholeheartedly disagree with that, and I honestly think this could be some of the best content we've ever received in this game. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about is the counter arguments to this, which is obviously the balancing of the new armor set, the primal armor. Now, according to calculations that have not been done by me, so take them with a grain of salt, it is better than Goldor for EHP in dungeons, it's better than Necron for damage in dungeons, and it is better than Clover and Crimson for Magic Find. That is word for word what I was messaged, and basically what that's saying is that this new primal armor is the best armor in the game in pretty much all aspects except maging, and it is insanely good, and honestly it will not be crazy expensive for how good it is. Obviously, this is the first day of the alpha. The alpha's been up for about an hour, and we don't know how, obviously things are very subject to change, but if they keep it as it is right now, Necron will be worthless, your Goldor will be worthless, and your Clover helmet that some of you might have spent 8 billion coins on, as well as your level 10 magic find attributes on your Crimson armor or whatever else, will also be worthless, because the new set, in order for a Clover helmet to be better than wearing the new set for magic find, you need 600 magic find for the buff to outweigh it. So basically, you're going to need to be using this new armor for everything if it does roll how it is right now. So that is the one counter argument I've seen to this, is that it is too overpowered. And honestly, I can agree with that. But I'm not really talking about the overpoweredness of this. I'm talking about how, in general, this is very, very good game design and the direction that Hypixel needs to be taking their updates. Because what this is doing is it's allowing a somewhat optional update where all different parts of the community are kind of involved, like all different stages of the game are involved in the progression of it. So we're going to need the low-level players to grind summoning eyes for the high-level players to go and spawn these awakened dragons. Because these awakened dragons, use 8 awakened summoning eyes, it's going to cost you 64 regular summoning eyes. So every time that you want to roll for the chance at a primal, which is, by the way, I was on the alpha for about an hour until I got kicked off due to lag, and which is why I'm recording this video. We didn't see one primal, and we were spawning awakens like constantly, as fast as we could. We did not see a single primal. So this armor set is going to be very expensive because it is a very rare dragon. It's basically like getting a superior with regular summoning eyes. So the low-level players now have an activity that they can do to supply the high-level players in something that they cannot afford to do themselves. This is good because it's actually adding some level of community interaction and like codependence on each other. Geometry Dash reference. The other reason that I say this is a good update is because it's gambling, but in a good way. A lot of the gambling we've had has been like guaranteed losses, and honestly what I think this is doing is it's bringing back the OG like 2019 dragon. Back when like all the big YouTubers, it was just like spending this amount of money on summoning eyes, or like dragons was the main attraction of the game. It kind of feels like that's what they're going for, just in like modern Skyblock terms is what we're getting right now. And honestly, I'm very excited about it. I cannot wait for this update to come out. I cannot wait to gamble all these summoning eyes that I'm purchasing right now. I spent like 1.2 billion coins on eyes. Also, I do recommend that if you have coins lying around that you don't know what to do with, I would invest them in summoning eyes because they are most likely going to go up in price over and over. They are already double in price from what they were like 2 hours ago. So if you have some money to spend, I would recommend doing that. But basically, the point of this video, it's not very long. I would just like to say that if you were thinking that this update is unbalanced or it's too unfair, you need to realize that this armor set is not intended to be used for everybody. It's not supposed to be a useless armor set. This armor set, the admins are clearly intending to be very, very good. I'm not sure if they intended it to be better than Necron and Goldor in dungeons, that might change. So they did have high hopes for this. It also comes with a mythic ender dragon. Basically, anytime that you spawn a primal dragon, you're going to be profiting an insane amount. It's going to be like getting a pet back in 2020. So I do think this is a very good update. There's also a lot of good balancing changes that were added to pets, such as the draft pet is now very useful, the Megalodon pet is now very useful, and it's just giving use cases to like pets that basically had none beforehand. Like the Megalodon is now very good during fishing festivals and only fishing festivals. I would like to, if you have any counterpoints to this, why you think this is a bad update, I would love to hear your arguments. I will try to respond to every comment on this video. And if you want to go see the full list of changes, we'll also link the alpha patch notes and the Duralius video in the description. So if you want to go look at everything that changed, all the new stuff, all the new armor, there's not specific numbers, but there is a lot of info that you can get from that, including all of the pet changes. So you can see what I'm talking about with the good pet changes. And that's really it. I'm live every day on Twitch right now at twitch.tv/V1dd_1. I'm going for class average 50, so if you want to come check that out, I will be live tomorrow starting around 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern. And also, I do ask that you subscribe to the channel. We are currently going for YouTube rank, and we are aiming to hit it by the end of this summer.